Hi, my name is Livia Monstead. I'm the writer and director of Passing Time.
Hi, my name's Lauren Blankenship and I'm the new producer for Monsands Productions 2015.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Hall. Well, um,
That's a good question. What is it not about?
Passing Time is about the most useless people on Earth having to find a reason to exist.
it's essentially the teenager version of Waiting for Godot.
The idea comes from a call to action. In writing, you're always giving someone something to do, and that's what correlates to the rest of the story. I thought, what if you gave actors and gave characters a call to action, something they could do, but they really question, why should we do it?
I play Sylvester, who is this, kind of neurotic, chilled out guy, which makes absolutely no sense in my head, but we're working on it. At first glance, he's just laid back, he's casual, he's just Sylvester, but then you look into him and he has this pure and utter beautiful energy to him, and he's just such an interesting character, and he's cool, and he's like, Sylvester, and he's just cool, and it's just cool, and I've said cool like 40,000 times already.
When I first read the script, I thought there were going to be no similarities between us and it would be a stretch to play. But Felicia's kind of like, on an outside level, she's not a stereotype, but as you play her, you realize there are a lot of connections with teenagers and all the questions that are possibly brought up in one's head that they never really say out loud. She sort of goes on and explores an adventure and answers those questions for teenagers, and I can see a lot of myself in her, which I think is pretty cool. So on a surface level, I loved how I thought we'd be nothing alike, but I'm quite attached to her character now, which is pretty cool.
Move!
Sorry.
Thank you! I play Victor, DC Vale, an obnoxious character who is essentially obsessed with being in the moment. He's obsessed with kind of living in the present, but that, of course, correlates to him not really knowing what to do with his life, and he's always trying to find that perfect moment to go out there and make a decision, but that moment never comes. It's a discussion on meaning and finding meaning in your life. And whilst Waiting for Godot, which really is my biggest inspiration, was always about kind of, you know, finding meaning in a broader sense or as an adult. This one is finding meaning right after you've left school, and that kind of intimate, very, very small amount of time where you've just finished school, you're kind of celebrating, but then you think, well, where do I go from here? What is my life actually going to be? Where do I kind of strive in my careers, in my goals, in my personal kind of output to the world?
I think they will be shocked at first. Some of them might have to go home and think about it for a little while. But I think essentially the ideas brought up in this play are terrific in the way that, you know, it's all sort of through, you know, there is comedy in it, but there's also some really deep meanings in there, without making it too deep or anything. But I think teenagers can really take a lot out of this play. They might have a few questions afterwards, but I think they'll really enjoy it. It'll be enjoyable and something different. You know, I think it's really, the teenagers will love how it's so different from everything else they've had to study at school or been forced to watch by their grandparents or something like that. I think they'll really enjoy it.
There's just some really cool moments that I think teenagers will really love, and just everyone will really love. It's not really targeted at a specific age range. It is a little bit at teenagers, but not really. It's kind of for everyone because it's just cool. It's just a Waiting for Godot played by teenagers, if that makes any sense.
We shouldn't be talking like this. What teenager talks like this?
Well, teenagers talk about how teenagers talk like.
I think we're weird.
Everyone thinks they're weird.
Yeah, but I think we're weird.
That's weird.
So weird.
Weird.
I love what Monstance stands for. I love that it's giving actors a go who, you know, don't always get to be seen in the massive productions, and, you know, that, you know, we do get paid and it gives us something to work towards, and just such a friendly environment. There's no pressure. We feel like a family here, and it's really cool. We all get along.
Don't fight.
I'm not fighting.
Now you're shouting.
I'm projecting.
No, you're shouting.
This is not shouting!
Is so.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Which is also a great quality. And just everything it stands for. It's such an amazing company to work with. So I'm very happy to be on board this year.
Don't die!
Small cast. Yeah, last year we had a cast of 21, which was insane. And this year we have a cast of 3, one of which is me. This is fantastic. It's such a unique and kind of powerful experience because you get much more connection in relation to the actors and to the piece itself.
It's really cool because, one, you're able to get through so much so fast because you're not waiting on other people, and like the lines are very back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between mostly just me and Lauren.
Working with 2 other people is awesome. You have so much more time to connect with the other actors, and there's more sort of quality time where director LeVue can sort of give you one-on-one advice. It's a lot easier to organise being producer and getting together rehearsals. It's great because you don't have to chase around 50 zillion other people. And I think to make such a brilliant play come to life with just 3 people is a pretty cool thing as well.
What was it like working with such a small cast? Hello?
It's important!
Easy. We're awesome. But I think it's really important to support companies like Monstance because there's not a lot of companies out there doing what we do. It's really hard in this industry, as many actors would know, or yourselves if you know other people in the industry. It's hard, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. So it's pretty cool that we have this company, we can put on these shows. But it's so important that we get the funding to do that, so we can put LeVue's work out there, original works, and a new spin on sort of theatre. It's pretty cool, and I think funding is a very important part, obviously. But I think every one of you, if you came to see the show as well, you'd really see what we're doing here, and I think it's pretty important.
Did you know, on average, that actors earn under $10,000 a year? Think about that!
Considering the amount of projects that people probably have to fund these days through Possible when it comes to performing arts and everything, I think what kind of demonstrates a good thing to produce is uniqueness. This play is unique in the sense that it's really unlike anything I've ever written, and it's unlike anything I've kind of seen in the Sydney scene recently. it's a lot more about kind of demonstrating surreal, abstract aspects of characters as opposed to necessarily always looking at what is the popular character to show off. You put money into this because I think you're gonna experience something you've never seen in theatre before. It really is. It's gonna change the way you think about the call to action, the way you think about how stories can be told. And the way stories are told always need to evolve, and that's how you get a culture. So it's important that people put money towards these kind of projects and really see where art can go.